welcome back. It's your girl, your host with the most, your favorite chick to chit chat with, Miss Mo. That's right. It's your sister on a pull up, here to help you unpack, process, and progress for and power and prosperity. All right, your girl has something to share. So I know you guys are used to my in my feelings, but I'm not in my feelings anymore. I've had my little come to Jesus moment, and we're gonna move forward. But what we will be doing is Mo mentals, which are mental moments with Mo. So what is she thinking? Oh my God, I don't know if that's more dangerous than in my feelings or not. But we're gonna journey this way anyway and see what we're talking about. So today's topic is about, and I'm gonna look over here because it's on the board. Um, Oh, this one was so good. So I was sitting and I was thinking about doing something and working on a project. And I was thinking about, well, what chair can I use? What chair would I do? And I'm like, oh, well, this one doesn't have this, and this chair doesn't have this part, and oh, this one isn't, like, I'm gonna feel all stuffed in that one and feel secluded and all of these different things. And I was like, oh, this chair here, I would have to lose some to get in it. And so, although this is about a chair, what chair to use for something that I needed it for, I had this moment where it was like, wait a minute, we're not going to shrink to fit in this chair. We need to find a chair that fits who I am. And so I had this thought and went back to childhood. Y'all remember Goldilocks and the Three Bears? And how she wandered in these people's house because she was somewhere doing something she had no business. She should have been at home. Actually, she's supposed to be on her way to grandma's house. But anyway, so she went in there and she was like, this porridge was too hot. This one was too cold. This one was just right. Oh, this bed was too big. This bed was too small. This one was too hard. This one was too soft. This one was just right. And so in life, we've been talking about, or we've shared before, about not shrinking for anyone. Sometimes in life, we've had these encounters, and because we don't want to repeat them, we don't want to have them again, we will adjust or alter who and how we are to fit in certain situations. And it was like, hold on. I'm no longer trying to fit in anywhere. I am who I am. I have learned to love this woman, the girl in the mirror, the chick in the mirror, the lady in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, the queen in the mirror. I have learned to love her. Flaws and all, fluff and all. Now we working on some of this fluff. We gonna get that. Anywho. But there were times where you felt like this outcast. Who wants to feel like the outcast? Who wants to always feel like the odd man out? Now, granted, sometimes there are some things about us that life has formed and shaped us to be a certain way. And we need to do a little bit of touching up and get back in touch with who we really are, because sometimes we can have some negative experiences and they make us a little bit of bitter Betty, right? Or negative Nancy, whatever the case may be. And so we have to have those moments where we have to reel ourselves back in, have our little come to Jesus moment, our sister girl conversation with the chick in the mirror, get it together, boo. All of that stuff. But we cannot shrink to be a part of anything. Some things just aren't for us. There was this lounge that I used to love to go to back in the day. I used to go to the clubs. The Flight Zone was my spot. I don't like clubs. It's too much that goes on. And I'm not just talking about the drinking and the violence. I'm just talking about, like, I feel so close in. I can't do those settings anymore. So sometimes we outgrow some situations. Sometimes we get new taste buds. Like, I used to hate broccoli. I love it now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't eat guacamole because I didn't like the way it looks. Now slap that on top of one of my little Chipotle bowls and let's dig in. So there are some things that change for us over time. It's not just that something was bad and, you've come to know better. Sometimes your taste buds change. Your palates change. There are some things about us that absolutely change. So some things, some places, we won't fit in anymore. Some situations won't do well for us. They just won't work. They won't feed us, right? And so with these things, we have to be okay. So find that place that you don't just fit, but that's fitted for you. You understand what I'm saying? So I wasn't going to keep trying to figure out, oh, this shit is, and I need to move and adjust this and adjust that. Just like Goldilocks kept going until she found one, even though it wasn't hers, that was just right for her. There is that same thing with us. I remember In high school, we had these different clubs. Grammar school too, like we had the book it and read. We had things like the beta club. We had all kinds of different things or whatever. And some of those things you didn't always get into, but it wasn't that something was wrong with you. It just wasn't for you. Like you had different sports. Everybody not athletic. We had the gospel choir. We had the regular chorus. And everybody can't sing. So everybody couldn't be a part of the gospel choir or the chorus. So it's not that it's a bad thing. You just gotta find what works for you. Maybe singing isn't your thing. Maybe you need to be on a cheerleader team. Maybe you needed to be part of the track team. I did track. I was on the cheerleader team. I was in the gospel choir. I was in the chorus. I think that was it. I think that was enough. I actually tried out for the softball team. I can't remember if I made it or not, but I just remember like I don't want to keep doing this. I kept getting, it was just too much. You get the ball until you get frustrated. It wasn't for me. It wasn't anything wrong with me. Softball just wasn't for me. We played volleyball in gym, and I thought about maybe joining a volleyball team. I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. It's just a bunch of hitting the ball, and it was seemed too much. We played basketball during gym. I realized basketball was not for me. Like I found out so many times. Granted, a lot of it has to do with my attitude and my temper, and I wasn't real user friendly on the court. But I realized that basketball was not for me. I was more competitive in those days. So I ran track. It was me. Even when we had the 4x something. Well, it was a relay race. Each one of us ran 100 yards. And then I even did the 200-yard dash. And we were great. It was a team effort in that one. You passed a little thing. But even in that, you had to find where you needed to be in that race. So all of this to simply say, get an understanding of who you are. Own who you are. Embrace who you are. Love who you are. And then look for that place that fits who you are. Now, in that, make sure you're being the best version of you that you can be. Don't be out here being nasty. Don't be out here being rude. Don't be out here, just not being user friendly. If you're a business person, you're an entrepreneur or small business owner, don't be out here operating without integrity, using unfair prices and unfair practices and poor products and poor quality of service, and then be like, well, I just wasn't for you. No, ma'am. That was bad product, that wasn't integral, and that was unfair pricing. So again, be the best version of you. This earring doesn't like me today. Be the best version of you, but own who you are and daily continue to grow and strive towards being the best, beautiful person that you have been created and graced and anointed to be. There is so much out here for you. There is somebody who needs you. And if you have products and service, there is somebody who needs that. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged by the first few that told you no. And maybe there were some things in it that they told you. Take from it, glean from it what you can, and discard the rest. Because sometimes when your product or your service or your business doesn't do well in the beginning, some people may have been real nasty and real rude in how they communicated to you the information, but there may have been some good quality information in what they share with you that can help you better your product and your service and your pricing so that you can go further. But everybody's trying to be a millionaire off of every customer, and I'm sorry, you don't have $1,000,000 product. So maybe if you put the right price on the product or the service, you'll service and sell to more people. Thereby, you'll get more income. And if you have good quality service, people come back. So again, I'm not telling you to shrink. I am telling you to make sure you are doing what you're supposed to be doing and operating how you're supposed to be operating and being the best version of you. Listen, if you've been through some things, go heal. Go get yourself some healing. Heal your wounds. Like seriously, I'm telling you, me and God been on a little journey and it wasn't pretty, but it was so worth it. So heal. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And don't you dare think about shrinking to fit in anywhere else. If that place doesn't fit you, keep on moving because there's another one that is waiting on you. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Mo Mentals, Mental Moments with Ms. Mo. Until next time, God bless you. Keep it kingdom and catch you real soon. It's been a blast to hang out with you guys, and this is your girl, your host, your favorite chick to chit chat with, Ms. Mo. Now let's see if my clicker works today.